When Joseph knocked on the open door at 21:05, Lucas looked up from the purchase order he'd been reviewing with an expression of mild annoyance. "Ballard," he said, not as greeting but as acknowledgement of identity. "What is it?" Joseph entered, carrying his log notebook, and placed it open on Lucas's desk, pointing to the evening's entries. "Sir, I conducted the scheduled inspection of the cooling water system at 1900 hours. Pump 3 is showing signs of structural degradation. Temperatures running high, pressures below spec, and there's a 0.2 Hz vibration that suggests wear in the pumping system components. I'm recommending we replace the system components at the next scheduled port call." Lucas didn't look at the notebook. Instead, he looked at Joseph, and Joseph saw something in that gaze that made his stomach tighten, not anger exactly, but a kind of contemptuous amusement. "You're recommending," Lucas said slowly, "that we conduct a major system component replacement because of a vibration you heard?" "Sir, I also have temperature and pressure readings that support 8 degrees over spec and 0.3 bar under pressure." Lucas waved his hand dismissively. "That's within acceptable operational variance. Pumps run hot sometimes, Ballard. Pressure fluctuates. That's why we have specification ranges rather than single target values." "With respect, sir, the specifications indicate optimal performance ranges. The readings I'm seeing suggest." "Suggest what, exactly?" Lucas leaned back in his chair, his expression shifting to one of pedagogical patience, the look of a teacher addressing a particularly dim student. "That the entire pumping system, which was serviced 6 months ago, needs to be torn out and replaced because you heard a funny noise?" Joseph felt heat rising in his face. He knew his assessment was sound. He'd been working with marine machinery for over a decade. He understood the difference between normal operational variation and genuine degradation. But Lucas had a way of making your certainty feel like presumption. "Sir, if the system continues to degrade, we could be looking at cooling system failure. That would stress the generators, potentially lead to power loss." "Could be. Potentially. Might." Lucas picked up a pen and tapped it against his desk. "You know what else could happen, Ballard? We could pull into Aberdeen, conduct an expensive and time-consuming system replacement based on your vibration concerns, find absolutely nothing wrong, and have the company asking why the chief engineer authorized unnecessary maintenance that cost thousands of dollars and delayed our departure for the next voyage." "I'm not suggesting unnecessary." "Oh, you're not suggesting it. But that's what it would be, wouldn't it? Because you're the one who's really smart here. You're the one who figured out what all the monitoring systems, all the diagnostic equipment, all the engineers who've been operating this ship for years somehow missed. Just you and your special vibration hearing ability." The phrase landed with practiced cruelty. Just you being smart. Joseph felt the familiar combination of frustration and helplessness that came from these interactions with Lucas. He had documented the problem. He had provided data. He had explained the risks. But Lucas had the authority to dismiss it all, to reframe technical judgment as personal arrogance.